Way too many people experience back pain. For those that regularly suffer from it, there is a huge industry set up to provide relief, various therapies, treatments, and even surgery. But by far the best way of dealing with back pain is to prevent it from starting. The Alexander technique has been helping people to prevent and recover from back pain for over 120 years, and I'm going to share with you what I think is one of the most important pieces of advice about looking after your back. I'm Pete Robinson from movementandposture.com. I'm a qualified Alexander technique teacher, and I release new videos each Sunday based on questions I've been asked by my students or in the comments left on these YouTube videos. If you're interested in the Alexander technique or improving your health and well-being, then subscribe and ding the notification bell. Our spines are a complex structure that are capable of not only supporting our heads and bodies in an upright position all day long, but also allow for a huge range of movement. The most valuable thing to understand about our backs is that when we're in a neutral balance, our backs are released and flexible. The spine acts as a shock absorber, supporting the head in a free, dynamic balance. This should be the state that our back spends most of our waking hours in. Whether you're sitting, standing, walking, running, or using a computer, the back should be allowed to maintain this free balance and not be compressed in any direction. This will minimize the chance of experiencing back pain. However, there are times when we need to bend our spines as part of a movement. There's nothing wrong with this, and it's obviously a natural function of the way that we've been designed. If we don't allow this natural flex in our spine, then our movements look restricted and uncomfortable. The issue comes when we hold or fix the spine into one of these compressed positions. Movements where the spine is bent should always be temporary before returning to neutral again. For example, as I sit on my chair, there's nothing wrong with bending my spine forwards, as long as I allow myself to return to a neutral, free balance again. What I don't want is for the bent position to become static and fixed, so that it becomes a posture that's maintained. The reason this is so important is that our minds and bodies are incredibly good at adapting. If I regularly sit with my spine bent like this, it will start to feel normal, and I'll stop receiving the messages from my body telling me that I'm compressed and out of balance. At this point, I'll have developed an unhelpful postural habit, which I'll need to consciously get rid of to be able to re-establish the balanced position as normal again. So, my one piece of advice is to question whether your spine is in a neutral balance or whether you are holding it in a distorted, compressed position. Don't trust what feels normal or comfortable, but actually really notice the shape you are holding yourself in. It may help to video yourself or get someone else to observe you if you struggle to notice yourself. Don't be too concerned with trying to find a correct position for the spine, because there isn't really one, but just focus on catching yourself holding it into some kind of a compressed state. Make this something you're interested in during the day. The more often you catch yourself holding your spine into a distorted shape and make this decision to find a more free, balanced position, the better your awareness will come and the bad habits will get weaker and weaker. Your spine will be a lot happier if you stop holding it into distorted positions. But don't make this something to worry about or become overly critical of yourself. Try to make it light-hearted and almost a game where you're trying to catch out your habits. I still catch myself holding my spine in distorted shapes occasionally, and when I do, I just smile and enjoy the feeling of returning to balance. So if an experienced Alexander technique teacher doesn't get stressed by having occasional poor posture, then nobody should. I hope you can make use of this advice, and I really hope it helps you to experience less back pain in your life. If you have any questions or comments, then leave them below and I'll get back to you. If you get the chance to have lessons with an Alexander technique teacher in the real world, I highly recommend it, as it's a lot easier than trying to learn by yourself. Check out some of the other videos on the channel, like and subscribe if that's your thing, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.